So clearly my life is an epic joke because it's upside down. But there's so much you can learn from my life and how you can take these valuable lessons, not only that I've talked about in our video series, but also see what do we have to do for the future. We're on our last video diary. It's been a journey. Today we're going to talk about what's for the future, what's next, and why I decided to even do the video diaries to just even begin with. And honestly, what to expect next from JWP. Before I do that, my back hurts. I gotta get up from this position to start the video. So let's go from there. JWP is turning 5 this year. I've learned a lot of lessons of not only having a business and the connections I've got to make, but seeing how my content has grown, how I've been able to evolve not only myself but other individuals over this past year span. But I felt like there's always one thing missing. Y'all didn't know who I was and why I was doing what I was doing. Typically, whenever people have a brand, you can always tell what's their why, who they are, and what's going on even prior to the brand. But I just honestly felt like y'all really didn't even know me that much. Like, for the people that have known me since I've started my business, they know the who, the what, and how I am. But for first time comers, they really couldn't tell who I am. They wouldn't know who I am, why I decided to help individuals in low-income areas when it came to mental health, or even talk about public health issues that kind of like impacted them on a daily basis. So if I wanted to ensure that people wanted to actually follow my mission, follow my dream, and help making changes around their communities and even get into the aspect of talking about mental health, I had to sit here and talk about my own mental health. Now, granted, I don't know everything, and I've always said that on this channel. However, I love to do the research on it. I love to sit back and actually have difficult conversations, not only with friends, family, and individuals within the community, but I also wanted to be one of the faces for mental health within my own community, within other communities as well. So I had to ensure that y'all could put a face to the name of Joyful Wellness Project. And also, I had to learn that with this opportunity, it also would make me have to be more comfortable on camera. As y'all can see, I'm trying to be a lot more comfortable being on camera. This is a little difficult. I don't know how these YouTubers do it. Like, I gotta give them a round of applause because this ain't it. So, like I said, I also wanted to ensure that me being the prime example of mental health, I noticed that a lot of people think there's a one size shoe that fits all when it comes to mental health. And there's really no say all in that. Some individuals have depression, ADHD, autism, and learning all these things as the time I've worked in mental health for almost 7 to 8 years is not a one size fit all thing. One thing I noticed when it comes to having an efficient business and a business that also is going to drive traction into having clientele actually want to follow your story is being the main person that is also your first client. My first client was honestly myself when it came to life coaching. I life coached myself out of a heartbreak. I've life coached myself into graduating on time even when I didn't want to. I've life coached myself actually even to stop bad habits. And it's funny when I think about it because some of the habits I noticed that I've changed over the last almost 5 years since not only graduating with my bachelor's degree, but also starting my business. I started with just the idea of, could I actually just stop drinking juice for one random day? And could I actually make that into a practice to just clear my mind? That was one aspect of it. And then it turned into, let's change up my diet. Then that turned into, let's do into more self-care activities. Then that turned into, let's start a business on how to actually change your habits to actually improve your mental health. Me being my own little test dummy in the beginning actually kind of made me realize that if I can teach myself these habits and retention, how can I also incorporate this not only into my business, but to benefit individuals in so many different avenues? And then taking what I also learned from being an ABA therapist and including the education that I learned from being a life coach, kind of just all started to make sense. I wanted to be my practice dummy. And so I wanted to ensure that clients knew exactly what they were getting themselves into when they came to coach by me. Clearly, I'm not the world's best life coach. Actually, no, let me change that. I am the world's best life coach because I come with experience. And especially the world's youngest life coach. Let's even say that much. Knowing what you want to do from an early onset because you've went through certain experiences actually makes me a more valuable candidate than anybody ever before. Since also starting these video diaries, you know what the one thing I've also learned from this and how I've got to actually appreciate this? It's kind of been a little healing for me. I don't know if it's because I have the opportunity to actually sit down in front of a camera and kind of just talk out my feelings and thoughts, sometimes not only with my video editor, but with you guys. After I'm done recording these videos, I sit back and think about all of the experiences that have led up to this and how healing it's been. Looking back at the last video that I talked about 14 years ago, my dad passing away, and thinking about that, looking at now that I've had my business for almost 5 years and seeing the good, the bad, the ugly that's come with it, and seeing the future projects that we even have for this year. When I think about even what does mental health even look like for me, and how at one point I thought mental health literally was just working with children with disabilities, versus now it's working with an array of individuals that have come from all different walks of life and providing them resources because maybe it's not prevalent in their community. Maybe it may not be something new. I kind of just realized, wow, it's kind of unique and it's oddly enough healing that I've had the opportunity to just talk about something that I'm truly passionate about. And it just kind of stumbled into my lap. So when I think about it, I've actually really loved the process of having these video diaries. Now, if you still want to continue to have these video diaries, whether it's maybe monthly, we can maybe do a little monthly chat on these. Definitely put in the comment section below if you're definitely interested more on these video diaries. And I promise I may not do it weekly, but I definitely can probably give you guys a video diary dump once a month to, show you what's going on a day in a life and what's going on really in the mental health world, or even in my own world. You know what the one thing I love the most about doing these video diaries? The reciprocity. The reciprocity, getting the new subscribers, having new individuals get to watch my videos, getting to see my account not only grow, but it wasn't even just about the account growth. It was honestly having individuals send me I really loved your video, it touched me. And not only but from friends, but even just having my content grow over the last month and seeing how people have been interacting in the comments about things that I'm passionate about. It has been such a joy to actually even watch grow. And this is something that I'm gonna look forward to as this account gets to grow, as I get to grow. And I don't really consider myself, I guess, a content creator, but as I get to produce more content on mental health issues and public health issues, I'm gonna enjoy this process as long as you guys are, telling me about what's going on in your lives and how I can actually help you make those changes, whether that's through life coaching, through public health issues, if you send them to me and you want me to do my own hot little take on and do more research on. I get to reciprocate that energy with you, and we get to build this relationship that's going to be so cool to watch grow and blossom. And I get the ability to do that, and I'm so kind of just grateful for it. I think that maybe that's why people like doing YouTube. It's just they get to build this whole family, these friends, these individuals that are so completely different than what they're used to in their everyday life. So I'm excited for this journey. These video diaries have got to show me how great it is to, I guess, be a content creator. Also, shout outs to the fact I don't have to edit my own content anymore because I got Eric, but I'm enjoying this so far. So I am looking forward into what is next with JWP. But before we end off our video diary series, I'm super excited to announce we're doing our first social experiment for 2022.
Whoa,
what?
we're in 2024.
Oh, wait. We are in 2024. Oh, I'm 2 years back. All right. What did I say? We're doing our
I'm gonna keep that in, so don't even fix it.
But 2024, we're doing something called social experiments. I'm super excited. JWP is starting to take a different turn. And something that I realized, I guess, sit up for this. Something that I realized that actually, as I'm going through this master's program, is that there's a lack of awareness and accessibility in low-income areas or in suburban areas when it comes to Black men's mental health. Not only just with Black men's mental health, but public health issues, whether it relates to their health outcomes due to death rates, to suicide, whether it has to do with prostate cancer, cardiac disease. And as I'm starting to learn so much more about what drives our community, I have to think about the men and women that have impacted my life so much. And Black men have been one of the main, I would say, arcs, not only in my life, but even behind my business. Considering the fact that a lot of these health disparities could actually be, I would say, prevented, it made me realize that could I just do something as a drop in the bucket to just give back to them? So social experiments is kind of my drop in the bucket. The goal of the social experiments is to heighten the awareness that impacts Black men and to close the gap when it comes to mental health resources. Overall, my job, not only as a life coach, but as a public health professional, is to identify problems and find solutions. So hopefully through a series of games, tough conversations, and a few other ideals that conjured up in my brain, I can find a way that not only brings mental health to individuals in a fun way, but also in a way that's accessible, not only through resources, but also having therapists, practitioners, and individuals that just want to actually give Black men the voice that they even want to have within their community. So I'm super excited that on February 3rd, we're filming our first social experiment. Now, what will that look like? Stay tuned to find out, because we're super excited. And that's all I kind of got for today. But Eric just came up with an idea to get you guys to know me a little bit better. So Eric, timer.
What's your favorite food?
Chicken.
Favorite artist?
Beyonce.
Favorite color?
Royal blue, black and gray, and burgundy and mustard.
3 things you can't live without.
My mom, my sanity, and food.
Do you have any idols?
No.
2 people you look up to?
Shambudram and my best friend Sydney, oddly enough. I probably don't talk about her enough, but yeah.
What's one of your biggest pet peeves in a person?
People that don't clean up after themselves over the smallest, simplest things after you tell them more than once or twice.
What's one mental health hack you think everyone should know?
It takes 21 days to 30 days to form an actual good habit. So if you want to actually retain your habits, try and complete the same thing at the same time every day for 21 to 30 days completely. And then your body will start to formulate that as part of your routine if you continuously do it for at least 90 days.
3 people you'd want to have dinner with, dead or alive.
Jesus. I'm so serious on that one. I need to be at that Last Supper because I just want to witness it all. Rosa Parks. I need to know some things. So we gotta either talk to Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry. I need to know a few questions on how this money thing works.
What's your favorite channel on YouTube?
The JWP platform. Excuse me. My second one also Shambudram, but I'm sorry.
We're done. Do the outro.
But guys, thank you for tuning in for today's video. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. I can't wait till you guys see what we are cooking up for this video. I'm super excited for Saturday. I'm so super excited. Y'all just don't understand. Like, social experiments is about to be such a vibe. We're in the studio right now, literally planning out. Eric has me here. It's 11 o'clock at night, guys. Like, I want to go home. But thank you guys. Stay tuned. I'll see you soon.